Hello and welcome to this edition of Southern Maryland Focus. I'm your host, Sharon Bell, and joining me today is Naomi Hurley and Marty Madden from the Bay Net. Today we'll be talking about marijuana. Is this a gateway drug? What do you guys think?
Well, I think law enforcement will tell you that it is. And law enforcement deals with the people involved with marijuana, the people who sell it on the streets, the users, people who are breaking the laws. The culture, the drug culture in our country does have its origins with marijuana use.
Is that because it's been easy to get in this country? I mean, do you think that law enforcement considers it a gateway drug because, you know, you have to go to a drug dealer to go purchase it? Therefore, it's a gateway. It's opening up the door to any drug that you might want.
I don't know that they base it on any scientific reason. I think it would be a cultural thing.
What do you think, Naomi?
Well, I think that it's really entirely situational. I mean, if you look at marijuana like alcohol, some people, they could go to a bar and they could have one drink and they'd be totally fine. Other people feel the desire, the need to keep drinking, and I think that the same can be applied for marijuana. It can be applied for cigarettes. It can be applied for almost anything. Food, yeah, definitely.
So what you're saying is marijuana is not a gateway drug. It all depends on the person.
I think it's entirely situational. I think it depends on the person. Some people have more addictive personalities than other people do, and for those people, maybe they would be more willing to want to try something else to chase a deeper high, a more intense high. But for other people that just like smoking a joint, hanging out at home, I don't think it's a gateway drug.
Well, Naomi, you can apply the same thing to alcohol, though. And
yeah,
that's
exactly.
Perfectly legal. In Washington, D.C., they have lax marijuana laws where you can have it in your home. And certainly motorists shouldn't be smoking marijuana because it becomes as dangerous as alcohol.
Right, you're driving under the influence.
Yeah, you're driving under the influence.
Yeah.
Now soon, which I'm not sure exactly when, but very soon, marijuana stores, pharmacies will be opening up in our area, which will begin to change dynamics in our community.
The way they're marketing it, though, is they're telling people this is not, we're not like drug peddlers in a storefront.
Well, it's medical marijuana.
Right.
So it's still marijuana, but you know, if you are ill for whatever reason, marijuana actually is good for many things. So
chronic pain, anxiety,
headaches, and nausea. You don't feel good? Take a couple hits, you'll be able to eat your dinner.
Right.
Fact be told.
Exactly. And I think the fact that it is illegal right now, the fact that it's such a taboo thing almost makes it more enticing to kids that want to be rebellious, want to break the rules. I think that if it gets legalized, it won't be as, maybe not as accessible and maybe not as interesting for kids.
Don't a lot of kids, though, look at marijuana as an old person drug?
I don't think so. There's a lot of high schoolers smoking weed.
Are they smoking weed or are they smoking weed laced with crap? Or both?
They may not
probably
know
both.
if they are.
Probably both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've heard from a lot of the younger generation, old people smoke pot. We don't smoke pot. Old people
I have not heard that.
I've heard that. I have definitely heard that. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
Well, it seems tobacco use is still popular among young people. I would have thought that would have been considered passé.
Yeah, I would have thought so as well.
But
I think that ties in with that rebellious culture. People know it's something that hurts them, but I mean, as cliche as it sounds, it's cool to break the rules, to do something that is endangering. So I think that it being illegal makes it more enticing. So I think that if marijuana were to be legalized medicinally or recreationally, I think it would really decrease the usage, honestly. At least among younger kids.
We'll find out soon. Very, very soon.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining Southern Maryland Focus, and your comments on medical marijuana. Send it to news@thebaynet or focus@thebaynet.com.
Come to the 15th Annual Riverside Wine Fest at Sauderley October 7th and 8th, celebrating the very best regional wineries in the beautiful setting of 17th century Sauderley Plantation. Enjoy spectacular views as you sample the wines of nearly 20 Maryland wineries, as well as craft beers and delicious local food. Winefest is moving up to our historic core. Discover history with wine in hand in front of the 1703 Plantation House. Come to the 15th Annual Riverside Winefest at Sauterley October 7th and 8th.